I played this game today. I was black. The time control was 2 minutes with 6 seconds in each move. So in each move both players get 6 seconds. This was a classical Sicilian opening. E4, C5, knight F3, D6, D4, takes, knight F6, knight C3 and knight to C6. Normally I play A6 here and in 9 out of 10 or maybe 10 out of 10 cases the game will become a knight off. For example, if A6, bishop G5, E6 or E5 and so on and so on. Anyway, so knight C6, my opponent played bishop B5, so this is still an old book, but after bishop D7 he played bishop takes C6, which is a mistake in my opinion, because there's no reason to give up the bishop pair at this point. I mean, we're still in the opening. So I didn't return the favor. I played pawn takes, and now it's H3. I played G6, bishop G5, bishop G7, queen D2. So his plan is obviously to castle long. I played H6 here because I didn't want to castle here, and then he could just play bishop H6, and now I'm forced to give up my bishop pair. So I played H6, bishop H4, and here I played rook B8, attacking the pawn on B2. He played B3, and here I played queen A5. And this is actually where the game starts to become a little bit more interesting. He played castles long, which is a mistake in my opinion, because I mean, when you look at it, I have a pawn on the A file which could potentially blast open things on the queen side, and I also have my rook on the semi-open file, and the queen is also very well placed. I mean, I have queen A3 check, and you know, something crazy could happen over here. But on the king side, however, it's a different story, because I don't really have anything to attack, so obviously the king side was a better choice. So I started with C5, and the reason why I played C5 is that when he moves the knight, obviously E5 is also a move here, but he moved the knight to E2, and here I played, I had seen that of course, which is why I played C5, but again he could have played E5, but after queen A3, king B1, I play knight takes E4, and the point to this move is that he can't take my knight obviously, because I have a bishop here on G7, so if knight takes, there's an immediate checkmate on B2. So he played queen E3, and of course I had seen this, because notice that if I ever move my knight, let's say to, I don't know, even knight to F6, he could have something like rook takes D6, and if I move my knight somewhere else, there's even a checkmate threat here on E7. But of course I have an idea here, which is that I can either take on C3 or play bishop F5. But I didn't play that. I simply took the knight with check. So this is obviously the point, because notice that if it hadn't been a check, then this knight is just doomed. Okay, I could have played G5 perhaps or something, but you know. I took the knight with check, and knight takes. Obviously I had to take with the other knight, because again I have my bishop on G7. And here I had to play bishop to E6. Well, I could have castled of course, but you know, I don't want to lose a pawn for nothing. So bishop E6 makes sense, and also it is attacking this pawn on B3. So after bishop E6 he played G4. I played A4, F4 and A4. Sorry, A5 and now A4. And the point is simply that after F5 he doesn't have time to take my bishop on E6, because I played well, because of A takes B3, and now if he takes my bishop over here, he's going to get checkmated after pawn takes with check. It's actually a double check from the pawn as well as my rook. So the only move would be king to A1 followed by queen B2 checkmate. So there's no time for pawn takes bishop. So he had to take back, and now again he's sort of cooperating with my moves, because he's forced to do that. So I took the knight, bishop takes E3, and he's forced again to take, because there is again no opportunity to play f takes bishop, well, pawn takes bishop, because of the queen b2 idea over here with checkmate. And here, after queen takes c3, I played bishop takes b3. And that looks insane at the first glance, because it looks like I'm just losing both my rooks. I mean, after queen takes h8, it's check, and I have to move, and then he can take my other rook. But the point is that, let's say he would take over here, I will move my king to d7, then he would take my other rook. Well, there's an idea to that, obviously, because when he takes my other rook, I have a checkmate coming up. Simple to take over here with queen a2, followed by king c1, and then queen c2 checkmate. So that doesn't work. So he played rook d2, and here I played bishop takes a2 check, a double check again for my rook and the bishop. He played the only move, more or less. King c2, and here I played queen a4. Maybe here on king d3 I could play rook b3, but instead I played queen a6. He played what seems to be the best move here, but notice that no matter what white does, or could have done, probably the best move of the queen a6 is king c2. But again, you know, I have a bunch of pawns, and I just think white is completely lost. So after queen a6, king e3, rook b3, takes. So now I won his queen. Rook d3, c4, rook d2, queen b6. The idea is to eventually come to g2 with check. He played rook e1, check, king e3, takes, and now he's going to lose his bishop as well. And now after rook takes d6, which is, I don't know, maybe a joke or something. I just took the other rook, and here we resigned. Obviously the game was completely lost. So just to go back to this queen a5 move, castles. He made a bunch of mistakes, but again, this was a blitz game, and I think it was a fairly good game anyway. So you can see after a4 here, there is he has to answer to my moves in one way or the other, because he's going to get checkmated otherwise. So after a takes b3, c takes, bishop takes again. So that was that. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this quick look at a game that I played today. See you soon.